Hi, I'm Jeffrey. Welcome to the third episode of the rebuild of the Mazda CX-5 with a little bit of damage. So what we are actually planning to do. Previous episode we had a lot of work on the front. Removed lots of parts, did alignments, managed to put it straight. And well, drill out a lot of spot welds, 172 to get rid of the, well, wrinkled up parts. Yes! Woohoo! And also for the new front quarter, getting these parts off so we can reuse those. Ta-da! For this episode, we want to actually weld the front back together to a functional arm on the top piece, and this way we can actually put in the lower suspension arm, the shock absorber, and well, giving us actually the option to put a wheel on again and have it moving if we want to. Lots to do. If you haven't done it, subscribe and like the video. And well, let's crack on and start working. And also, well, my dad will also jump in for this episode more as he's back from his holiday. On the previous episode, you could actually see quite well that from the new front quarter, it's quite difficult to get exactly the same holes drilled and let them fit. So I'm going to here you can see it doesn't slot in that nicely, so that's why we need to put the grinder on. Get the spot welds flattened so we can actually fit it in a little better. So yeah, let's work on that. We use simple flap disc for this. In the previous episode, my hammer time moment for a spot weld. It caused a small crack in the steel, so I had to slam it back here. So I only try to grind the ones that are in the way, because the others we can use as a base layer for the welding. Then I take the wire brush to get rid of the paint, because this is needed for the welding to make better contact. That's a lot flatter. Let's see if it fits in nicely now. Voila. Alright, we put a lot of clamps on, as you can see. And a lot of the holes match up, or actually all the holes match up now. Yeah. So we're really happy. We also put a new radiator cover on, because that one wasn't matching up yet. But now we have it on. Well, have a look. It's actually spot on. And on the other side it's also okay. So we're first going to do a few simple spots to fix it. Yeah, my dad's going first. I never done welding, but I will try a few later on.
We call the fire brigade later.
We were a little in doubt where the next piece had to go, so before we weld it and we can't fit it on anymore, we quickly double checked.
Hello. There we go.
So we have two machines. This one uses thread and the other uses electrodes. We're going to try the electrode now. Minor weld we can do then? Or?
Well, that one is a Mag
welding machine with a flux wire, but I don't like it so much. It's not a smooth weld. This is a old-fashioned electrode, but with an inverter, transformator, and that is welding a lot smoother.
It does consume these electrodes really quick, so it shortens up really fast, as you can see, and when it's gone you need to replace it.
It's on it. It's fixed.
Almost.
We'll continue with the welding, or at least he's trying to.
Here my dad is removing all the slack. It's like the carbon deposit from the weld spots. We use this steel wire brush.
Is it on yet?
Works great.
Almost.
Oh yeah. Quite a lot already.
Yeah. It's not so smooth, but
It's on. Then the same as in the start of the video, we use this flat disc to flatten the welds more, so they are nice and even, and well, they're finished then.
ja. Ja, precies. Zo!
One new arm.
I like it! Maar mooi hè?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Pretty cool to see how you can actually weld it all back together. Yeah, and it's really strong.
Mm-hmm.
We only need to do the the outer shell, I think, or the cover plates.
Ja.
The arm. And
And
then
then-
it's just intact again.
Yeah.
Actually. They all line up really well. Only the welding is a bit difficult sometimes, but we're probably going to get even another
Yeah.
weld machine with CO2.
We have to do a big investment with a very good gas welder.
It's
Yeah.
a little more precise then, so you get nicer welds.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all trying. Yeah, so far, looking great actually.
Yeah.
Really cool. So we actually reused another Mazda for a Mazda.
Yeah. It's 100% recycling. It's gonna be a green car.
Yeah, a green
Yeah.
car, yeah. But yeah, what is welding actually? Personally, well, I thought it was some kind of sorcery where you just put two pieces of steel together, let it melt, and voila. As May gave quite a good one, like soldering for adults. We're considering ourselves as adults now, you know? So yeah, me, I'm going to do my best, of course, but what is welding actually? Let's have a look at it, a quick look. Welcome to Welding 101, for dummies and for alpacas. So, we've used quite a lot of machines in the video. This is our newest one, which I'm going to show you also later on. It's actually dialing in what I want to do. I can't weld, but I'm going to show you what's a quick difference. This is MIG-MAG, commonly used. It's quick, it's easy to learn. It shoots a steel wire from the gun.
Here you can see it in the middle of the nozzle, and this wire goes all the way back to the machine and rolls up to a 5 kilo
It melts it down
of wire.
and you get a weld, quickly explained. It also uses CO2 to get cleaner welds. Yes, Milo? Cleaner welds.
Normally you use a CO2 bottle, but I let Milo just blow in the CO2.
You also have stick welding, electrode welding. It's a consumable rod.
Here you see the electrode. It's a thick piece of steel coated with what they call flux, which is a combination of chemicals. Quite honestly, they look like sparkles. When I was a kid, I thought my dad had these in his
Which
workshop.
you actually weld with. This is very cheap. It's quite portable, of course. You can do it with a small machine, as you've seen in the video. It only creates a bigger mess. You have this slug to remove with a hammer. It's like a carbon deposit.
and it's less accurate. This can be very accurate if you know how to do it. Yeah? Still following with, guys? And then you have TIG welding. We don't have this machine.
TIG welding actually uses a tungsten electrode, which creates an electrical arc where you can actually weld then with. It uses a consumable filler rod where you then actually weld with and put the two sheets back together. This is how it would look like. So in one hand you have your welding gun, and with the other hand you need to feed the filler rod to your weld. This is why it is quite difficult to start with.
This is the high-end welding you can do. But it's difficult, but it's very commonly used, and it creates like perfect welds if you know how to use it. But I've seen people with a MIG welder doing just fine. So this was Welding 101, welding for dummies. And I'm sure these Alpaca can weld also now. So apparently it is no sorcery and welding is actually something quite interesting, I must say. Well, as you can see here, summarized, like what are the pros, what are the cons, what is it best for, etc. But in the end, you need to use what you think it operates well, you know, and what works well. For us, it will be the MIG with CO2 adding, and well, let's see how that goes for the new machine. And in the end, if we fail, I just ask the Alpacas in and let them try.
However, I first need to do some painting for the internal before I can weld the outer shell on. Here I clean it first with a wire brush to prepare the whole surface.
Okay, so we cleaned it up a lot now, flatten it out, and we will now move on with a gentle scrub with Scotch Brite and put an epoxy primer on it. Epoxy primer.
In the end, you will never really see this, so we try to match up the color as good as we can, but it needs to be coated well. That's the most important, so there's no rust or corrosion inside this frame member. And then we're done. Here it is dried up, so we can put on the outer shell right now.
My first weld on a car right now, so going to do my best, but yeah, don't judge me yet, please. Well, I created a bump, but I read, by the way, you don't need to be a good welder if you're a good grinder. So, hey, we'll flatten this out for sure.
And with that in mind, I just crack on. And well, I did all the plug welds I could do for this part, and it went okay. You need to learn this by doing it. So in the end, it doesn't really matter, and you really just need to step on and keep on moving. Quite interesting here, you can hear the psh. This is actually the CO2 gas, which creates a clean environment so there's less slack around your weld. Pretty cool. Tip I got from my father was just make small steps in your weld, don't stick on for too long. This part is actually quite difficult, you sit quite low and all the sparkles fly in your shirt. And yeah, now I need to grind all my hilltops from the welds. I do need to say the last few ones went a lot better. And here I used the steel wire brush again just to clean them up. It was an easy way to get all the slack off that still formed a deposit.
Welding isn't that easy. That's something I did find out now. With the new welding machine, it goes really good now.
It's like balancing out through the weld, so it gives you less chance to burn a hole through the thin steel. So far I put the grinder on it, it's all flat now. Really happy with the end results actually. So we have a new frame member, which is great, and the holes still match up, which is really good. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe and like. I would be really happy if you would like to do that. And yeah, this was it for this episode. The next episode we're going to, of course, give it a spray and match it up with the color, which I already have. And of course we're going to work on the back. So yeah, lots to do. Stay tuned and thank you for watching. Bye bye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong.